Well, what happened was we kind of caught wind of it that it might take place, and so what we did was we talked with our kids and we said, if you're planning on doing it, you have to do a couple different things. You have to, one, talk to your teammates and explain why, and you better have a good reason for it. And what I said was, it can't be like the Breast Cancer Awareness Month when people have everybody's wearing pink and sometimes kids don't even know why they're wearing pink. I said, this can't be just because you see somebody doing it on TV. I said, you have to talk to your teammates. The other thing I said was, you have to get your parents' permission. They have to know that you're doing this because there's going to be some kickback and some negative feedback from it. We walk that fine line as coaches, as administrators, and, about wanting to have critical discussions about important things in our society and wanting our kids to be critical thinkers and wanting our kids to be a part of society and be a part of a democratic society, and stuff that we don't know if they're emotionally ready for. So at the end of the day, we talked with administration and we knew it was gonna happen, and we said as long as the kids did all those things and they were prepared for it, that we just tried to do, we didn't feel like we were in a position where we could make a kid do one thing or the other. We just tried to prepare the kids best for the situation.
Do you think when those players talked to the rest of their team and explained why, that there was some really good, fruitful discussion about?
Yeah, I know there was, and I know there's people who don't agree with them. There's kids on the team who don't. The thing is, we talked about that won't divide us, because there's all kinds of I can bring up any kind of issue in our locker room, and there's going to be kids who have different opinions on it. That doesn't divide your team. You let things divide your team, and we're not going to let this divide our team at all. But we know full well people have different opinions on it, and that's what we stressed. And we want to be able to have discussions about this, civil discussions, without just people, jumping to, immediate hatred, I guess, I'd like there to be a way where we could find a positive way where we could really, really talk about this issue, where it's something where everybody's involved. And right now my only worry is it's becoming divisive. But that means everybody's got to be willing to enter the discussion. And so I hope people are willing to enter it.
Well, some of your players said, kind of maybe in future games you might want to some more team unity type of stuff, like a Sweet Elise, if you saw what they did.
No, I didn't hear what happened.
They just, as a team, decided to kind of stand, but be arm in arm, and kind of show team unity.
Right, and that and we I think that's something I talked about with the kids about in the future. What are we going to do? I want it to be about more than the national anthem, to be completely honest, because I think I think it's becoming, well, what can we do? What can we do? What are we going to do? And we're getting away from, and people are getting away from what they feel is a true issue. And if people feel it's a true issue, then let's do something about it. Let's not do it on Friday night. Let's not do it to make, to say, look, we're doing it. Why don't we go on a Tuesday, and why don't we bring in, members of our community, and why don't we have discussions on this? Why don't we let people's voices be heard on the matter? To me, I think that's really where the next step needs to go. And not just in high school. I think that's the next step for all of this, is like, all right, we now know that people feel strongly about this. Let's talk about it. Let's address the issues. Let's let people understand why people feel strongly about it. So I think that's really our next step. Let's go beyond what we do when the national anthem plays. Let's engage in discussion about it, and let's try and make a difference. Let's try and make some positive change.
Or kind of any of those things you were just talking about, maybe like you're actually going to be talking about kind of making those things happen?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I told the kids tonight. I said, if you're serious about this, don't let this end at kneel down. I said, go out and do something. Go out and do something that affects change and positive change in your community. So we'll talk about it and we'll discuss it, but we're really going to look at doing stuff not on a Friday night, because you know what, it's a Friday night sometimes can be for show, and if they feel passionate about it, and if it really means something to them, they should want to do something on a Wednesday. They should want to do something on a Monday. They should want to do something when there's nobody in the world looking at them. That's when they should want to do it.